Hello, it's Eric Polly at erpolley.com, ERPOLLEY.com. I'm a freelance animator. You can hire me there. Bangarang! That was a loud snap of my fingers. In this video, I am going to be bringing up the Blender and be creating a little fly-through of a small city. So, I'm also going to be having some background music here because I don't monetize these videos. Why would I do that? For this particular video, I'm going to be playing similar artists to Beach House. That's this playlist right here. So let's hop into Blender. I'm going to put these sunglasses on because I have box lights on down here in my studio, and it is very bright, and I want to be able to see what I'm doing without hurting my eyes for looking at a screen for 10 hours or whatever. Yeah, 10 hours. That's what's up, dog. I'm gonna grab this light, bring it up. I'm gonna grab this and bring it up so I don't lose it. That's really what the purpose of this is. And let's go into this menu and change the rotation of the camera itself. For this one, I think I want 0. Let's go ahead and look at it. And I think I can bring this to 0 as well. No, that's not what I want. I want a 90. So it's perfectly looking at a 90-degree angle. Yeah. So now that we have this where we want that, this and that is cumulative. Anyways, let's open up the OSM in my side panel by hitting N on the keyboard, not N on my, I don't know, typewriter? End this joke. Let's type in a location so that it gives us the basic idea. And I kind of want somewhere fun. Let's go Portland, Oregon. Will you find what I'm looking for? Yes, you will. And let's go downtown. And is there a way to rotate this? I honestly don't know. I've only messed with this a few times. Well, actually, this is nice and perfectly square. Let's go somewhere fun that has some interesting buildings. I want a decent enough path, and I don't really want those giant crossroads that are diagonal. I want nice square looking buildings, and that's because when I finally get in here, I want to go down this road, and I don't want there to be any odd continuation of side road that will mess with the illusion. That's pretty much it. So let's grab this down over here. I only want really the buildings. I'm going to copy that. We'll copy the actual map location, and then I can just paste it in right there. And let's go over here. So I don't really want to import water. I don't want to import roads or paths, because I'm just going to make one gigantic road smack dab underneath, right in the middle. And this will make sense here in a moment. So I'm just going to import. And that'll take a second, you know. Wow, it's uploading or transitioning. It's creating buildings according to the GPS coordinates that I have provided to it. And it is using Google, I believe, and then it pops out something a little bit like this. And there are a bunch of little squares. Yeah, that's what it does for you. And they have two materials, one of them being the side of the building right here, and the other one being the roof right here. So I'm going to mess around with nodes on these buildings themselves, but first of all I want to have a floor for them to be on, and it's just going to be one gigantic plane. So I'm going to hit S for size 20, S20 again, and that will bring enough plane to create road that will create the illusion that you are flying through the city. And we're done. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna go to, let's go to view really quick. And I don't want this to clip out on me, so I'm gonna go like 3,000. And then let's add a 0 over here. So when I'm looking at stuff really closely, it does not clip out on me, meaning that it doesn't just disappear. Because that's what it really wants to do. I don't know why. The standard set for it, I guess, is just to clip out. So let's do one of these, okay? And I'm going to hit 3 on the keyboard and try to select similar. So let's select similar and by a normal. Where's normal? And that should select only this one side. That's what we want. I'm going to hit 1 on the keyboard and U to project from view. Yeah. And then let's hit 3 on the keyboard. And let's do kind of the same idea. So let's select similar by normal, and then let's see, did that do what I want it to do? Not really. Oh, that's why. Let's select this face instead. See, it was an optical illusion. It would have even fooled me. Select similar by normal. And that's just going to select it by the face, doing its very best not to select other faces that are by another direction, and I'll select these sideways faces as well, and make sure, oh, you know what, that's not going to work very well, it's going to stretch those out. Let's hit 3, and let's hit U to project from view, and that will unwrap it according to the way that we are currently looking at it. And I'm going to do, what happened? There we go. Let's do a similar fashion to this, but looking at it just right here. Project from view, and that'll be huge, I think, but that's okay. We'll fix that here in a second. So I want to go into shading first of all. Let's go into our material. Let's just select the wall, and let's use nodes. That will. What do you think that does? It probably uses nodes, huh? Yeah. So now we have everything selected, the face, the wall rather, which is a material face. I want to add an image texture, and let's connect that directly to. Boom, done. No, just kidding. Let's open up one of these textures. What do I got? A giant pile of textures. We could make them look really weird and add one of these, but that's not what we're trying to do. Those are those images I was talking about earlier that I had grabbed. Let's see. I want to look for a building, maybe something from textures.com. Textures.com. Get all your texture needs at textures.com. You need textures? Go to textures.com. It's actually a very valuable asset. Let's grab just like one of these that's repeatable, essentially. This one looks okay. Let's see if there's something more practical. I think that one will do just fine. And we're done. No, I'm just kidding. How many times am I going to do that? Too many, really. If I hold Alt and L, will it deselect the link? Nope. Oh well. Let's grab it all. Make it huge. Grab it down here. And let's see what that looks like really quick. I want to be able to know what I'm doing. It's kind of important. And it's clearly not selecting as many faces as I would like. But that's alright. Let's grab it again and size way up. And grab it down. Size it way up again. Grab it down. There's probably a more simpler way to do this, but this is the way I am doing it right now. And let's rotate this by 90 degrees on the X, on the Y. Nope, it's not doing what I want. Rotate 90 degrees. Was it the right way first? Oh, it is the right way. It just looks weird because it's latitude instead of longitude. Yes. Let's size it up even more. and grab it down until it's like right about where I would like it. This isn't nearly as repeatable as I thought it would be, but when you zoom out, you can see it doesn't really matter. And it did not select this entire face. Is that correct? Yeah, it just selected the one side. Cool. So that means I need to go in here and basically do this whole thing over just for the one side of the face. And, let's do this again. Project the view. And select all. And size it giant again. Try it again, because it was, I don't know if you saw that, it's, I projected from the wrong side, so it was like uber skinny, not totes, is what I'm trying to do. Alright, that looks pretty legit, and, fantabulous, technical terms, you probably don't know what I'm saying. Funny I am. At least I think so. And you know, that's all that matters. Somebody finds me funny. Even if it's just me. Project from view. Am I looking at it from the wrong direction again? Yeah, I am. That's how you do, baby. I would know that immediately if I resized it over here. But I just went over there and looked anyways. And what do we got? Let's look at this building. And it appears, from a distance at least, that these are fully functional buildings. And if I go back into this view over here, you can see like this one. This is that one that I knew was sideways and it was going to give me trouble. So I'm going to grab it and make it way smaller. I suppose. Grab. It probably would honestly just make more sense to just unwrap this. Select all, and then just resize it like that. Yeah, honestly, actually, this looks great either way you turn it or whatever. So I'm gonna call this okay. I'm actually I kind of want these all to look a little bit larger on here. See, like this looks good. This is too small. So I'm gonna go back and select by normals. Yes, again. And let's make this smaller actually. About like that, huh? And you can see it kind of messes with some of them, but for the most part, it looks pretty legit. Almost too legit to quit. Yeah. Yep. You bet your buns, Buster Brown. Select all by normals again, and let's see, where are we at with this? This a little bit smaller, and this one too. Select by normals. Super useful if you don't know about it, if you're not in the know, as we in the industry say. Yeah, that way there's a lot less of these lines, because that's a bummer. I could even go in here and kind of fix that, I believe. I'm not really sure because it's such a hard edge. I could just go in and kind of adjust them a smidge so that it looks very much on purpose. But that's not, I don't think I'm going to do that. we'll see. And I'm gonna create this as buildings, or you know what, not buildings. City, fly through 01. And I just put 01 on everything because a lot of the times I want to make duplicates and I want to remember which one's the first one and which one's the second one. What's the easier way to do that other than just quite literally putting a number 1 and a number 2? Shift A, and I'm gonna go to input. Now let's search for a bump. Boom, baby, and let's plop that right into the height, and then plop the normal. Where is it? Down here. From the normal into the normal, and let's turn down the strength about like that. And that adds a little bit of texture, not too much. And let's see, what else do we want to do here? So we could add some fog. That'd be a nice looking, right? First off, I know I'm scattering around with this, but I do want to add road to this image. And I know I have an image of a road, but of course I wouldn't name it road. Why would I do that? That'd be so easy to find. It's probably in my textures, textures.com. Textures.com! Get your textures at textures.com. You bet. What's this? That doesn't look, that's not dark enough to be a road, is it? Huh? What do we got here? No, that's like a gravel or something. Gravel will look weird in the city. That's road, but I want nice, clean, repeatable road. Really, I do. I mean, I guess I could actually use something more like this, and then, well, you'll see. And then, well, first of all, let's select it and UV unwrap it. And then let's go up to the UV editor, select all, and size it way tiny. That's actually, is that a repeatable texture? It's like super seamless. It looks legit. Sun or shorty. I'm gonna size it up even more. It's gonna be bananas. Let's go back over to the shading, and you know what I'm gonna do is I think I just want this, and I'm gonna duplicate it, and let's make this a base color of almost black with a little bit of shininess, and turn down the roughness. We're actually going to turn down the roughness on, oh no, let's turn up the roughness almost all the way on this, because that's going to be like the little rocky pebbles and stuff. Turn the roughness down on this one, and then I'm going to actually mix shader, and that will mix these together. And there's a fabulous bit of road here. Very much not mixed at this point. Once you zoom out anyways, you can see it's very clearly not what we want. So I'm going to grab this color, add a bump, and this is where all the crazy nodes and stuff comes into play. This is the difference between the like fun modeling part and then the not fun modeling part. No, I'm just kidding. Let's grab this, duplicate that, and let's duplicate this again. Let's connect these. Right? Are you still with me here? And then I'm gonna add noise and pop that here. because we're gonna add, let's see, coordinator and mapping, UV mapping to be specific. No, is that the one I want? No, it's not. I just want regular mapping. Regular mapping, not this UV, and then I plug the UV into the regular mapping, and then I'm able to take this and move it like a smidge over and turn that down. I think I need to do the same thing over here. Turn that down. And so what did that do? That created so these are actually slightly off from one another, and then they are repeated according to the noise right here that I can scale up and down, create the detail difference, and distort. And that's not connected to anything yet, and that's why you're not seeing any of these changes. But when I plug this into here instead, it's going to mix those two, and then once those two are mixed, and it's a little bit more random. Oh my gosh, I'm having the hardest time just looking at it. And this is the house where oh my god, this plane's too big. There you go. You can kind of see what that did here. So let's plug that back in. That's not what I wanted. It was this one. So that's what it looks like without the mix. This is what it looks like with the mix. And it kind of just blends it all together. And then we can add black over it. And then you end up with this road looking thing. Right? I'm going to change the factor so then the black is a little bit more prevalent. And then it just barely has this rocky texture. And that's what a road looks like. Right? I hope so. We can even duplicate this again. And duplicate this again. So then there's a little bit more darkness to it. This is the house where I feel. Plug that into the shader. We can turn this even. Blender's thinking. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you spending so much time just on the road? Because I want it to look fancy. Now it's like shiny, but yet grainy. Grainy, shiny road. You could probably actually even turn the metallic down on this one because it's already so metallic. We don't want it to be too shiny. It is a road still. Right? Alright. That's enough of that. Let's Control S to save. As normal, I'm going to Control Shift S to save as, and that can just save me time in the future. And let's grab the roof. Roof. And yeah, I'm a motion comedian. Let's select just the roof, and let's make sure everything's in view. And let's UV on wrap, project from view again. How many times? Shading is where I'm already at, so I'm going to use nodes. And where is it? Oh, there it is. There you are, good friend. Let's use an image texture. I like images. And boom, done. Now we got to open and tell it what texture we want to use. And Bricks are your friend. No. Yeah. No, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, no. Let's add some bump action. So it has texture to it, and I'm not going to add really anything to the bump. Oh wait, it's plugged into the strength. Why are you plugged into the strength? You want the height. And turn it down. I'm going to go in over here, see what that looks like. It looks like chaos. Why? Because I need to select this, and you see how tiny? Each one of those is an individual roof. I want them to be huge. Huge. And then, yeah, you got this ugly square looking thing that's repeated along the line. And how am I going to fix that? Let's do something similar to what we just did for the other one. And we need a texture coordinator and mapping. And I could use the node wrangler to automatically attach these sort of things, but I'm not doing that already. And honestly, it's kind of fun for me to attach these little fellers. So that's according to the UV map. Now, how shiny is the brick roof? Not shiny. We want the roughness almost all the way up. And zero metallic. No. Just slaying it with these dad jokes, man. I'm on top of it. Let's do mix. MIX. And in shaders, the first one we want. That's perfect. Let's connect these together. And let's plop this into the surface. Now, how are we going to mix them? We're going to mix them with some noise. And that just makes complete randomness. And then, what's the noise plug into? What was it? I didn't do it to the wall. I did it to the whatever, it's fine. And so now that it's like that, let me see, what did I do again to, I just plugged this noise straight into it, didn't I? Yes I did. Okay, let's go back to there and mess with the roof some more. Alright, so this is chaos currently, but that's what we want. I'm going to offset it like this. About like that. And let's rotate ever so slightly. Now, you can still very clearly see the lines. So in order to defeat that, I'm going to select them again, duplicate, and let's just make pure chaos. Chaos creates a clean looking texture. And I'm going to select all of these, plug them in. I can barely see what I'm doing. And plug this over here. Now, that all of this chaos is created, give Blender a second to think, and let's rotate this one backwards, about like that. And I know I'm getting so many notifications on my phone. What do you want? Now this one, I'm gonna go like a lot. Now, one of these is very prevalent. That's the word of the day. What do you want? Oh, you know what I want is a color map. A color ramp. Color map. Color ramp. Oops. No. You get plugged into here, and you get plugged into here. there. I should have done this beforehand. Alright, you gotta figure it out? Let's move this and this. And so now they're nice and close together. Maybe even closer. Could just do shade according to the constant, which would create a constant set of colors, but I believe this is more efficient. I believe. So let's do noise again. Noise. Beep. And select that into here and put the color into the factor. There we go, that's beautiful. You kind of get the idea it's going to be a lot more random. And random is actually what we want. Can I just plop this in here and it'll know what to do? Yeah, you can do that. And Blender's thinking for a second, and here we go. So now they're all kind of blended together. Now it's time to tweak these settings. Scale. See what it's doing over here? And scale. Detail. Roughness? And scale. Distortion. Maybe a little bit. Now it looks like even more chaos. Okay, let's make sure that these are actually offset. So I don't actually want these to rotate. That's probably a reason they look so strange. So let's turn off all of the rotation. 0. 0. And we need to go up. 0. 0. 0. And instead what we're going to do is only use location, because it'll still have the nice square setup like that, but it'll be a lot more random as far as where those squares are. Like that. Unless I rotate by 90 degrees, that would probably make sense. Nope. What if I rotate by 90 degrees here? Nope, more chaos. That's not the kind of chaos we want. We want nice, clean looking chaos. And intersects like that. So what would this look like on the actual buildings themselves when they're done? They look like bricks, I suppose. And it's a lot more random than like a checkered set of cubes on top of the building, which is exactly what we wanted. Now, each one of these buildings could have... I'm trying to think of how I can add some detail to these. And first and foremost, we can add... So let's go into shading and go to world. And use nodes is already on. It's just somewhere lost in here. And what do we want? We want environment. And isn't there like a where are, let's see, I want maybe not environment, but sky texture. And I'm gonna immediately go down to here. I believe that's the one I want. And let's immediately just fuck that up to the surface. And let's see what that looks like. Let's see what that looks like. right here. Oh, one issue. Go down to film. It's transparent. We don't want a transparent background. Now, in order to see exactly what we're trying to do here, I want to grab this, bring it all the way up. And let's turn this like that, I believe. Maybe like this, actually. First off, let's see if that actually recreated some sunlight. That's not enough to where I can see everything that I want to see. So let's turn the light into a sun. First, let's turn it down because it'll turn everything just white, and then it looks insanity. Insane? Yeah. And that looks very much like a city. I'm gonna Control S to save, and let's grab the camera. Let's go ahead and lay out really fast. Not really fast, but fast enough. Fast enough for my taste. Bring that sun down. I was grabbing the camera, and it is tiny. And I'm gonna grab it on the y-axis. No, let's grab it on the x-axis. It's so much longer. Grab that down. Now let's see what it's looking at. Where's the city? Turning the wrong way. Are you clipping? Is that what your issue is? Oh, why am I trying to manually look at it? I hit the dot on the numpad. Oh. Oops. It's because human error. That's normally the reason that things are not working in Blender. Grab that and turn it on the Y. Now let's look and see what we're looking at. And we don't want view. Let's go down to camera and end at 100 meters. That's not good at all. We want to end at like 5,000. And we want to clip at 001. So that way, if it can't see, it's just not gonna like stop rendering. So I'm gonna rotate this by 180 degrees on the Z axis. Grab that and bring it down like that. That way, when you look down, you see another building. Like when you look down this way, there's more buildings at the end. And it doesn't just abruptly stop, because that looks weird. I'm gonna grab this up and grab it to the Y-axis. Let's rotate it a smidge, maybe like so. And I'm gonna get out of this and let's create an empty, like a cube. And bring this all the way over here, then all the way over there. But that's what I wanted. I wanted to grab it like this, grab it up, just forward enough that you can see it. Now you won't see this in the camera. It's going to be empty. But the idea is that when I rotate this cube, it's going to create the illusion like you're following something and give it a little bit more of a natural head turn. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to select the camera, select the empty, Control P to parent it, and I'm going to keep transform. That means when I grab this, it's going to do its own thing and I can animate it, and same with this. Now whenever this cube moves, the camera will follow thusly. So let's select, let's go back. So it's starting off looking a little bit off like that. And we can fix things that are right in the middle of the camera here. Specifically like this guy. Let's grab it. So we can see what we're doing. select it and go back to the UV. Where is it? It's all over there. There we go. Looks more building-y. There's obviously still errors with it, but for the most part, you're not gonna really see all this stuff. And I can add fog or something to make it even more interesting looking. So I'm gonna hit I and do rotation and location. And can bring it up a little bit actually. And rotate on the Z, no, rotate on the Y axis. And kind of, maybe like that. But I should just do that all on, I should be on the frame that I'm trying to animate. That's kind of important. So I want to do like that, and then rotate on the Y axis as we learned a second ago. I location rotation. Let's go down to like here, and this is all easily changeable. Rotate on the Y. Let's go a little bit too far. Hit I location rotation, and then let's go like right here, so then we can rotate and even out a little bit. Right, and then no, ding dong. All right, and then grab it by X. That's what I was trying to do. And location rotation. We can even rotate this a little bit more on the Y, kind of like so. And that'll give the illusion of like evening out, as a drone or something might do. Let's go to like 180 and just grab it on the X and go all the way through this city. Alright, come on, Belle. Let's go a little bit further back so you can't see that illusion. Okay, I'm going to hit I, location rotation, and let's see what that looks like. Speeds up. It's currently not on a linear path, so I think 180 seconds, or 180 frames rather, is the perfect amount of time for this animation. And then basically gonna stop right there, but I'm gonna actually go a little bit further so that it doesn't just stop like that. It kind of looks weird. We can actually even grab this and make it all the way down, so it's not so fast. It's still pretty fast, but then it has like a nice super slowdown. And then again, we can do the same thing here. So it's not too fast of an intro, but it's fast enough to where any small detail, you don't really notice them necessarily. You know, that's the way it goes. So that's generally what we want to happen. And let's make sure everything looks smooth inside. So let's go in here and change the world light. Kind of go, let's rotate it around a little bit until it is where we like it to be. let's rotate this so you can actually see what the heck's going on. Yeah, that looks cool. Let's turn it up to like 5. Is that too much? No, that's enough to where you can see all the buildings and such. Did I promise you fog? I can do fog if you do so inclined. Let's save really quick. And Control-Shift-S to save again. Now, I could do this, obviously, in a speedier fashion, but I am talking and explaining what I'm doing as I go along, and I'm not doing retakes. That's a big one. Size by X, size by Y. Did I finish the last one? Nope. Size by Y. And that way, I can size this up like so. Grab it down, like right here, I suppose. And then let's go into shape. Object. And new. And let's go noise. And let's hook that up to like let's say the admission. Should we go like volume? Where's volume? It's right there. Go down to viewport settings and create a alpha hashed. I say no, we want screen space refraction, and then we can turn the alpha down, way down. That way, when you look inside, it's insanity. Emission strength. Way too high. 0.05. Still insanity. Is the mission really what we want? I think it is, but it's just a... It's just super strong. Add some zeros. Alright, what's up with you, little buddy? Why are you so strong? More to that. Tiny. Just turn this down, I guess. Let's see what happens when it's all the way down. Perhaps we need to add texture to it. Dude, come on, what are you trying to do? try Alpha Blend, see what that does. It's about the same. Stupid strong is what's going on. Can add the same noise. To the emission or displacement. I just don't remember how to turn it down. That's really what's going on here. It's not toning down. Let's add some sort of cloud, and then we could apply the cloud texture. But I thought there was an easier way to do it. That's all. Shading. Add texture. I will give a phone call back to him as soon as I am done with this here. For now, I think I'm going to call this done. The fog isn't really necessary. The animation's actually finished. I'm just being picky at this point. There is fog now, essentially. It's just mostly in the background, but there is fog. Anyways, I'm gonna render this out and call it finished. So let's do that. Bangarang. And I'm gonna go call this client back because that's important. I will catch you on the flip side. It's been Eric Pauly at Erply.com creating a fly-through city scene. And I will talk to you later.